All right, everybody. For today's flow, you're going to want a couple blocks with you, maybe a bolster if you feel like it. We're going to find a comfortable seat anywhere on our mat. I'm going to sit on my shins with a block between my legs underneath each sit bone. You sit however you like. Invite you to have props if desired, supporting your bum. Once you find a nice supportive seat for your bum, allow your spine to lengthen. Shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, pelvis tucked slightly in and up, chin slightly tucked, and eyes either softly gazing at an unmoving spot somewhere or closed if it feels safe to close your eyes. Your hands can be resting on your thighs with the palms or the back of the hands, or maybe you bring a hand to your heart space, a hand to your belly, hands stacked on your heart. I'm going to have one hand on my heart and one hand on my belly just to feel that warmth in my hands. And once you've found where you would like your arms and hands to land and feel you're in the most supportive, lengthening posture, turn to your breath. Notice how it's flowing today, where you feel the inhales and the exhales, and what they feel like. Without trying to control or manipulate them in any way. Truly just sitting with your breath and seeing where it goes. Maybe you notice the inhale meets your belly first. Maybe it's your chest or somewhere in between. Taking a couple of breaths just to notice that expansion, to witness how it's moving. Maybe you feel the inhale in your nostrils or back of your throat, a combination of the two. Maybe you feel it in your neck and collarbone. Notice how it feels to exhale, where in your body you first start to retract. And maybe if it doesn't cause tension or need too much force, perhaps you can play with lengthening the inhales and the exhales with each breath, seeing how long you can make it last without making the body crunch or hold on too hard, or really hold on at all. Where can we find ease in this breath while also welcoming its change? Just about 3 to 5 more breaths right here in stillness, depending on the pace of your breath. The next time you exhale, allow your chin to drop to your chest. And if your hand is on your chest, you can press your palm down on the skin and then gently pull down. You'll see how that deepens the stretch. So it's just a gentle pressure on the chest, the upper near the collarbones, and then you pull the skin down while lifting in and up through the belly, the chin tucking down, spine still nice and long, shoulders doing their best to dance down the back. 2 more breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale. One more just like that. Inhaling. Exhale. The next time you inhale, you can begin to invite either full or half circles in the neck, letting the nose or the chin be your guide. Letting the breath choose the pace of the circle. And if you want, while doing these, you can bring both palms to the chest, fingers touching towards the center, palms towards the sides near the armpits, and you push and then press away. See what that does. Give it a stretch. About 4 more breaths here. With your next breath cycle, use it to bring your neck and chin back into alignment, moving slowly as you'd like. And then you're going to just bring your hands, your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders and just kind of hold them and let your elbows and arms really be opened out like wings, working your elbows towards each other and maybe squeezing the tops of your shoulders with your fingers. Inhaling here. Exhaling. The next time you inhale, swing your elbows forward, up and back, just creating gentle circles. Feeling the stretch in your arms, your shoulders, your neck. Changing the direction of the circle. You're ready. Two more breaths. Your circles can be as wide or as narrow. The next time you're circling your arms back, or drop your hands and circle your arms fully up and over. Palms coming to touch. Maybe the gaze goes up. Then inhale, really point your fingers up, up, up. And then exhale, just let your arms go out to the side, painting the walls. Inhale, lift it right back up, out to the sides, over. Pause with an inhale, palms touch if it feels all right. Maybe you let your back slightly curve up. And then with an exhale, arms circle back down. Doing this with your own breath a few times. Just inhale, arms up, baby palms come to touch, gaze goes up, exhaling down. If you want, you can incorporate the chin, tucking it in as your arms circle in and up, gaze up, and doing this about 3 more times, your own. One more. Get real juicy, really stretch your fingertips up, up, up. Oh, exhaling the arms down. Then inhale, lengthening your arms back to the sides. You're going to try to press your palms into the walls on either side. Fingers together if possible. Trying to bring those fingertips back to your forearm. Just press out and breathe into it, lifting in and up in your pelvis. The chin is slightly tucked. 3 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. One more big inhale. Press, press, press. And then exhale, gently let your arms drop down. Just let your fingers dangle along the sides. And just feel all of the little micro and macro shifts we've created in the neck and spine, shoulders, arms. Beautiful. The next time you inhale, we'll lift our arms up towards the sky yet again, palms facing each other. And then exhale, right arm drops to the side, fingertips to the earth, left arm lifts up and over, left palm facing down. We're pressing into those right fingertips or palm if your arms reach in that, just to lift up out of those the right shoulder. And then the chin, if possible, is tucking towards that left arm. And we're lifting up and over that left side body. Next time you inhale, press into your right fingertips, lifting both arms up. And then we'll exhale, left fingertips come down in line with the hip, but about a foot away. Right arm comes up and over, chin tucks into the right arm. We're pressing into those left fingertips or palms so that we're not dumping all of our weight into that left shoulder. Right palm is facing down, and we're curving the ribs in and out towards the right. Beautiful. The next time you inhale, press into that left hand, bringing yourself up. Palms come to touch overhead. And then exhale, palms through center, dragging your thumbs down your forehead, down your nose, down your lips, down your chin, bringing your pointer fingers to the pressure points in between your eyebrows. letting your chin tuck slightly, and just breathing here, feeling that pressure point. My thumbs are hanging out near my lips, just for an alignment awareness. And then releasing the prayer and just start to like massage that pressure right here, both sides with your fingers, massaging your brow line. You feel really good to get kind of the underneath part of the brow line and to press in and then up on it, trying to lift your up. It'll open your eyes a little weirdly. That's okay. I invite you to play with the deepest breath possible while massaging here, as it's very connected to your sinuses. As you're ready, you can let your fingers come to the little dip in the skull on either side of the eyes, above the cheekbones, to the left and right of the eyebrows. Massaging there, and maybe let your fingers move up your scalp. Fingers coming to touch at the top of your scalp, and then exhaling with a little pressure, dragging them back down to that point on either the outside of each eyebrow where the skull dips. Then you can drag it back up. Down. And then wrapping your fingers around to behind your ears in the back of the skull. I like to press my thumb behind the ears near the bottom and then my fingertips up top. Try to show you this. Pressing in with the thumbs at the base of the ears towards the base of the skull where the spine and skull meet. And then away. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Just massaging the scalp, massaging the skull. And the next time you exhale, drag your fingers down behind the ears, along the neck, down the chest, around the side, like your torso. And just drag your palms down your torso, past over your hips and down your thighs, knees. Now, when your fingertips get towards the earth or touch it, inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. And then you'll bring your fingertips to the crown and you will wash over them again with a little pressure, just working your way down the head, down the back of the neck, down the front, tops of the pecs, and then working around them to the side body. As much pressure as your body can handle, past the hips, down the tops of the thighs, fingertips to the earth. Maybe you bring your belly button towards the spine, curving in, and then lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, making it rain again. Fingertips to the scalp, back of the head, back of the neck. Maybe grab onto the backs of the shoulders really quick before making your way down the tops of the pecs, outside of them, down towards the hips. Playing with making it The inhale lasts the entire time you lift your arms up. You reach up like we did at the beginning of class and welcome a slight back bend before beginning the exhale, bringing the fingertips to the skull, the back of the neck, seeing how long you can make one exhale last as you work your body down. And maybe if the exhale happens before your hands get to the earth or the knees, maybe you retain that breath until you're actually circling your arms back up and fighting. We'll do 2 more repetitions of this at your own pace. There's somewhere that feels like it really needs more massage. Give it the attention it deserves. Take your time. There is zero rush. The next time your arms are reaching up above, pause there for just a moment. And then exhale, you'll clasp your hands together and bring it to where the skull and spine meet. And keep your elbows nice and wide. And with an inhale, you'll just kind of lengthen up like a feather. And then exhale, just twist to one side, keeping your elbows as wide out as you can. And then inhale back through center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Now we'll inhale through center. And exhale, bring chin to chest, belly button to spine, elbows towards each other. Inhale, lifting up, lengthening up, elbows spread out. Maybe you let your head fall into the basket of your hands and welcome back bend, really pressing into your feet and shins if you're on them, or into your sit bones if you're cross-legged. And then as you exhale, chin into chest, belly button to spine, elbows come together. Inhale, lengthening up, elbows open wide, head baskets back, chest lifts up, shoulders come towards each other. Exhaling back in. Inhaling up, opening. And then as you exhale, bring chin to chest, elbows towards each other, belly button into spine. Really press on the back of the head. Increase that stretch however much your body can handle, and pause there for 2 breath cycles. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Next time you inhale, you'll slowly open up and lift your arms straight up. Hands come to touch, and you'll lower through prayer, thumbs dancing on the forehead, the nose, the lips, the chin, the chest, all the way down to the palms and the thighs, the knees, chin slightly touches. Notice how your breath is flowing now versus last. Notice what your arms and shoulders and spine feel. And the next time you inhale, you can open your eyes. And if you're seated cross-legged on your bum, I invite you to meet us on your shins. And your toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you. One of them might provide more support or balance. Toes tucked can be kind of intense on the arches of the feet sometimes, so we can play with it. And once you've got your seat here, with an inhale, we'll lift our bum off our heels, circle the arms up, and exhale, bringing the seat back down, elbows and arms down, chin tucked slightly. And then inhale, circling the arms up, lifting the hips up over the knees. And as you exhale, elbows maybe bend a little bit. The thumb comes back towards the floor, chin tucks in, and we're just circling up and expanding from the center out. And maybe as you get into the motion, when you come down, you can really round in before inhaling and lift up. Maybe you pause for a slight back bend before coming back down in your exhale. It's just a larger expression of what we were doing a few minutes ago. And we'll do 2 more rounds, just like this. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, circle up and round. Exhaling down, and as you come through, bring your fingertips to the earth, bending your elbows, keeping them towards your torso. You're just going to work your forehead towards the earth, and your bum is going to be slightly lifted here. It's not going to be on your heels. And then inhale, pressing into your fingertips and just lengthening your chest forward and up, chin goes up, head goes back. You're lifting your tailbone up and out. And then exhale, bending the elbows, bringing the forehead and chest towards the earth. Maybe you bring your chin instead of your forehead and the chest touches the earth. Then inhale, pressing to the fingertips, lengthening your arms, lengthening your chest, pressing your shoulders down your back. Your back is arched here. It's kind of like cat-cow, but a weird variation. Or not weird, just different. As you exhale, chin and chest to the earth, or forehead and chest. Just doing this with your own breath a little bit here. One more repetition. Inhale. We're lifting the chest, kind of like a cobra or an up dog. Exhale. And this time, as you inhale, you'll press into the fingers. And instead of lifting the chest, you're going to round in and lift the shoulders, the back body up, circling up and over towards the other side, and then slowly round, pressing the chest down, circling back over towards the other side, lifting up and around. So we're just creating these circles with the spine and the body, and letting the arms really deepen that circle by bending into them with each exhale, bringing the chest down, tailbone still lifted. Inhaling, circling up, chin comes into chest, pelvis circles in and up, belly button to spine, and then exhaling back down. Once you're ready, you can change the direction of the circle. Moving as slowly or as fast as it feels good to do. And if it feels better to have palms on the earth instead of fingertips or blocks underneath your hands to deepen it or make things a little bit closer, do that. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. The next time you're inhaling and circling up, I invite you to find just a plain old tabletop. So we'll bring wrists and shoulders underneath each other, knees and hips in line with each other, ankles and knees. Tops of the feet can be pressing down or toes can be tucked. And here we're going to find that traditional cat-cow and just see how much space we have. So with an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, lifting the tailbone, gaze goes up, really pressing into those arms and legs and feet. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest, groin rounds in. Inhale, dropping the belly, chest lifts. Exhale, curving in. 3 more, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. 1 more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, curving into spine. Inhale, coming to a neutral spine. Toes tucked or untucked, you're going to bring your bum to your heels. Keep your legs just as they are, hips distance, arms lengthen out, forehead towards the earth, chest and belly resting on the thighs. If you feel like you need a little less space between your thighs and the belly, then just put a block or a blanket or a pillow bolster there. You can put a block under your forehead. I'm going to do that and massage my brow line with the edge of the block. We'll be here for about 5 or 6 breaths. You could also clasp your hands together, bend your elbows, and bring the clasp to the base of the neck where the spine and neck meet, and give it more of a massage. About 2 more breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. The next time you inhale, lift your gaze in between your hands and start to walk your hands towards your knees, and then tucking your toes if they aren't already, lifting your knees, walking your hands towards your feet, and slowly lifting your bum up into a standing forward fold. Legs, feet are about hips distance apart. You can measure that by bringing 2 fists in between the feet from arch to arch. Knees are as bent as they need to be. If you need to or want to, you can have blocks under your hands. You can rest your forearms on the blocks. Knees are as bent as they need to be. Chin is tucked so the crown of the head is directly shining on your mat. Maybe you invite a little sway here. Feeling the backs of the legs and the lower back. Lifting up from the inner arches of the feet and the inner legs and thighs. Two more breaths just like this. Maybe you say yes and no with your head. Exploring neck and movement from this angle. The next time you inhale, either fingertips to blocks, earth, or shins, lifting up to a flat back. Exhale, letting your torso fall back down. And as you inhale, bending into your knees, slowly coming up to stand vertebra by vertebra. And once your shoulders are above your hips, your chin can start to lift and lift your arms up. Exhale, circling the arms down, bending into your knees, bringing your belly towards your thighs and just coming back down slowly to a forward fold. When you inhale, you'll lift up to a flat back. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, slowly rounding up. Bent knees, arms just kind of dangle like a zombie. And once your shoulders are above your hips, your arms will lift forward, up. Maybe you stretch your fingertips up. You let your gaze go up. Maybe you push your hips forward for a slight back bend. Exhaling, arms wide. You begin to bend your knees once your fingertips are facing the earth. Torso comes back down. Arms dangle with an inhale, lifting up, flat back, fingertips to earth, block, shins, thighs. Exhale, lowering down, bending into the knees, and yet again, we'll inhale, slowly rounding up to stand. Arms circle forward, up, stretching the arms up, up, up. And here you're going to grab your right wrist with your left hand. Push your hips out towards the right. Left arm goes up and over, or right arm goes up and over, rather. Inhaling back to center, both arms lift up, up, up. And exhale, grabbing left wrist with the right hand, pushing the hips out towards the left. That left hand goes up and over, chin tucks slightly into the armpit. The left armpit. Inhale, lifting up, hips come back into alignment. Exhale, cactus arms, bending the elbows down, and as the fingertips go down, so does your torso begin to come down. For another forward fold here. Inhale, pressing into the fingertips, lifting up to a flat back, knees bent here. Exhale, lower down, and inhaling yet again, we'll lift circle up. Really pressing into the feet, lifting up from the inner arches of the feet to activate the inner legs. As the arms lift up, you'll grab the right wrist yet again. Hips go out towards the right arm up and overhead. Chin tucks into that right armpit if you have the space. And inhale, coming back through center. Really reaching the fingertips up, and exhale, grabbing that left wrist with the right hand. Hips go out towards the left. Chin tucks into the armpit. Inhale, coming back through center. Maybe you push your hips out, gentle back bend. Exhale, bending the knees. Chin and torso comes towards the thighs. And here, you're going to keep your knees nice and bent. Brush your fingertips along the earth on the outside of each foot. And then with an inhale, keeping those knees nice and bent, lengthen your arms forward for a nice chair pose. So hips are back. The pelvis is tucked in and up. We're squeezing the legs towards each other to keep them parallel. If you look down, you can see your big toe and the toe beside it. Arms are working to be in line with the ears. And the ribs are in. We're not really letting our chest just go out because the tailbone is tucked. We want nice length in the spine. 2 more breaths here in this chair. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, lengthen those arms. And exhale, bringing the thighs back toward, or the torso back towards the thighs, lengthening the legs as much as you can for a forward fold here. Inhale, lifting up to a flat back. Exhale, bending yet again. Inhale, slowly rolling up to stand. Once your shoulders are above your hips, your arms can circle forward. Up. Maybe you push the hips forward. Allow a back bend here, really pressing into the legs. Maybe you just allow yourself to start exhaling into another forward fold. You get there, knees nice and bent, fingertips brush along the outsides of your feet. Then you lift your arms back up, keeping the knees bent. Another chair. Breathing here for 3 breaths, inhaling, exhaling. If it feels too intense on the arms to have them in line with your ears or working towards that, we can bring them into prayer at the chest, or even just forward out in front of you in line with the shoulders. 1 more breath, inhaling, exhaling, torso to thighs, fingertips rain down, working towards lengthening your legs. Here we'll hang out for a few breaths. Your palms can be on the earth. You can grab opposite elbow. If your thighs and torso are touching with ease, you can grasp opposite or grasp big toes with your pointer and middle finger, pressing the thumbs into the earth, bending into the elbows and working your torso even closer for crown of the head closer to the earth. You can also bring your hands underneath your feet, fingertips towards heels, toes towards wrists. That's only if you feel really open in the hamstrings right now. Two more breaths right here, no matter how you're hanging. Your hands are under your feet. Gently remove them, pressing your fingertips into the earth, lifting up into a flat back. Exhale here. Bring your left hand or fingertips to the earth in between, directly in front of your face, but in between your feet. So it's kind of in line with your heart and chin. Then with an inhale, bending into your left knee and lengthen your right arm up. Gentle twist, opening up to the side here. Feel the stretch in the outer right hip and the left hamstring. Exhale, lowering down. Replacing your left hand with your right, bending into your right knee and lifting the left arm up. And doing this little flow from side to side with your own breath, stretching out the side body, the backs of the legs, twisting the spine. You feel like your fingertips Or having a hard time reaching the earth, you can always put a block there. One more time on each side. Next time you exhale, let both of your hands, fingertips rest on the earth. You'll heel toe your feet out about as wide as the mat, toes pointing out about 45 degrees or just in line with the corners of the mat. And then exhale, slowly lower your bum down in between your legs for a nice squat here. If you would like a little more support, you can stack blocks at any level under your bum. Put a little less pressure on the groin and the inner thighs. Especially do that if your heels are really lifted, and that just helps to keep the hips even if you don't just float on your heels. You can also roll up blankets or like a shirt to put under your heels. And if you're here with me, hands in prayer, elbows pressing into the knees, knees into the elbows. Pelvis is tucked in and up, creating space for the shoulders to go down the back, the chin to tuck, and our spines to lift and float like a feather. We're just going to breathe here, feeling the stretch in our groin, our outer hips, quads, neck, the shoulders. Pressing into our heels and our feet so our legs are nice and active. It's like as if you were trying to lift up out of it, but you're also pushing your pelvis and the root of your body down, creating a bit of contraction there. 4 more breaths right here. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale. And then exhale. You're just going to bring your fingertips back to the earth and slowly with an inhale, start to lift your bum up, heel toeing your feet closer towards each other. Finding another forward fold and maybe just bending into one knee and then the other. From here, you might want to turn to just face the long ways of your mat. And maybe you want to bring blocks under your hands or just have them readily available to you. And then we'll just start to heel toe our feet out nice and wide. About 4 or 5 feet in between the feet. We want our toes pointing in. We're working the outer edges of the feet down, and from here we'll inhale, lifting into a flat back. Again, your hands can be on blocks, your fingertips can be on the earth, knees can be slightly bent. With an exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward into a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, pressing into the fingertips or the palms, lifting up into a flat back. Exhale, hinging forward. Forehead or crown of the head towards the earth. If you reach it really easily, you can shorten the distance in between your feet. We're just flowing here. Inhale, lifting up to flat back. And exhale, hinging forward, maintaining that length in the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale. This time as you inhale and lift, bring your right hand to the center of your chest in line with your chin and heart. And with an inhale, opening that right arm up. Exhale, lowering the right arm, replacing the right or the left with the right, and inhale the left arm up. Really pressing into your outer arches, tucking the tailbone in and up so the bum isn't just sticking out. Exhale, lower, and repeat this little side stretch flow with wide leg, your own breath a few times. Moving as slowly or as fast as you would like. The next time your left arm is lifted as you exhale and lower it, pause there with a flat back, wide-legged forward fold here. And from here, I invite everyone to grab blocks, even if you feel like you don't need it, and have it at the lower or the medium level. And we're just going to start to gently bend into one knee and then the other, letting the hips and torso go towards the side that you're bending into. As you bend into the knee on one side, really press into the outer edge of the opposite foot. Just going back and forth with your own breath. You can move your hands from side to side with you if you feel like you need the space to keep your chest and spine lifted so that it's less bent forward. And that's, you know, really let those blocks help you so that you can focus on your legs and hips here. And if you have the space, as you bend into one knee, you can start to lift the toes on the other side, pressing the heel down. Just some skandasana play, but only what feels good for your body. So if that's just gently going from side to side, bending into one knee and then the other, and just feeling that stretch in the inner groin and the IT band, take it. If you have the space to walk closer towards the bent knee and lift the other toes up, do it. If you have the space to bring your hands into prayer and balance while you're going back and forth, do it. We're doing this for about 4 more breaths. So 2 more times on each side. Maybe you bring your arms out to wings. Maybe you do no such thing. The next time you inhale, bring your hips back to center, and we'll just inhale, lengthen to a flat back, and exhale, fall forward. And here we're going to use the blocks to rest our shoulders on at the highest level. So you might have to play with the placement of it, but you'll round your shoulders in as if the backs of your hands were going to rest on the earth, and they just might. And you'll let your shoulders rest there. The crown of the head might touch the earth, or it might just dangle. Your knees can be slightly bent here, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths. 4 more, inhaling. Exhaling, really do your best to let the weight of your torso trust the blocks to hold you. Let your back release, your shoulders release, your legs and feet are active. 3 more breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. The next time you inhale, slowly begin to drag your fingers forward to the outside of either block. Press into them. Lift up to a flat back with an inhale. Begin to heel toe your feet towards each other. And then bending into your knees and slowly bringing your bum to the earth and finding a seat with your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the earth. From here, just bring your fingertips or your palms behind you and exhale, windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Moving as fast or as slow as it feels good for you. The next time you inhale, let your knees stay lifted. Press your palms into the earth. Work your shoulders towards each other. Lift your chest and maybe your head goes back. Maybe if you have the space, you lift your hips up and find a tabletop here. First tabletop. If it feels too intense on any part of your body to lift your hips, just keep your hips lowered. Lifting your chest and torso out of your sit bones, and your sit bones are pressing into the mat. The next time you exhale, lower your hips if they're lifted. Then with an inhale, everyone will tuck their chin into their chest, walk their fingertips up, bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. You can bring blocks under your knees if you want to. Grabbing onto either your ankles or your shins or your knees, or if you can clasp your hands and wrap them around your feet. Then inhale, you're just going to lengthen here and you'll feel the stretch in the arms and the pecs and the legs and the hips, the groin, the chin, the back of the neck, and just breathe into this. Pushing the sits bones down, pushing the knees away, pushing the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet, or the ankles into the hands or the knees, wherever you are, creating a lovely tension. For 4 more breaths, we're going to hold this. You can do it. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, pressing the feet together, pressing the groin towards the feet, chest lifting up out of the arms. 1 more inhale here. And then with an exhale, you can round your spine. Your chin comes into chest, forearms to the earth, or maybe just fingertips. You can also clasp your hands together, bring them behind the head where the spine and skull meet, and let that deepen chin towards chest. Generally, we don't like to round and forward fold, but right now it's okay. Your spine can be nice and round. Unless you want the super activeness, and then you can lengthen this torso, spread the elbows out wide instead of having them towards each other if you have the class. Regardless, we're pressing our feet towards each other, our toes are active. Three more breaths right here. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. One more inhale. Exhale, release the clasp if you have it. Press your fingertips or palms into the earth, tucking the chin. And the next time you inhale, slowly bring your torso back up. And when you get there, bring your hands to the outside of your knees and lift them back towards each other. From here, grabbing the backs of your thighs and just rocking up and down a few times on your spine. Beautiful. The next time you come to your back, you can stay there. And from here, you have an option. The option is to either do a restorative legs up the wall by lifting your bum, bringing the block at the lowest level underneath your sacrum, and just letting your legs hang up towards the sky. Your knees can be bent with the legs, the feet, everything's relaxed while you're doing this. Your legs can be like together or out to the sides, or you can move around. Or you can choose to do a restorative bridge. So the soles of the feet will be on the earth, the knees will be bent, parallel hips distance, and you'll inhale, lift your bum, and you'll bring the block at the medium level under your sacrum. And then you will hang out with your soles of the feet flush with the earth, your arms along the sides of the mat, along your torso, or they could even be spread out. If you have the space, you can bring the block to the highest level underneath your sacrum here for the restorative bridge. That could feel really nice if you have the space. Wherever you are, take 8 deep breaths here. You're at the highest level with the block. Maybe walk your feet a little closer towards your hips. Grab the backs of your ankles or heels with your hands and deepen the stretch of chest towards chin, elbows, shoulders towards each other. 4 more breaths here. If you want to, you can lift up off the block for the last few breaths in this bridge, pressing the thighs towards each other, lifting the chest up. One more deep breath cycle wherever you are. With an inhale, or with an exhale, lowering your feet if they're lifted. And once the soles of the feet are on the earth, inhale, lift the bum up, move the block out of the way, and slowly lower your spine back down. Once you get there, you can bend your knees and bring them in towards your chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe massage your sacrum by rocking your hips from side to side, moving your knees from side to side. Maybe if it feels welcoming and good, you can find a happy baby, letting your knees go out towards the sides, soles of the feet flexed and pressing up as if they were going to kick the ceiling, hands grabbing either big toe or inner arch or outer arch or inner or outer heel, pressing the knees down. Maybe you find a floating Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, clasping the hands around the feet or the ankles, pressing the knees away from you, feet away from you, or pushing the feet, pulling the feet towards you, knees away. Finding any other little stretch or thing that you feel called to do. When you are ready, finding your Shavasana. So maybe you want to put blocks under your knees, mm, lower thighs or lock under your skull. Maybe you want to bolster under your legs. Maybe you want to bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side for this Shavasana. Maybe you want a blanket. Maybe you put one hand on your heart and one on your belly, like at the beginning of class. Just once you find your Shavasana, release any thought or control of your breath and body. Allow yourself to rest. Slowly in, deepening breath, breath, body and body connect all the time. Allow that breath to deepen, body to come back, brain to come back. Inviting any random movements or stretches that feel good, feel nourishing, taking all the time you need. There is zero rush, very little urgency. You can stay on your back for however long it feels good. And when you're ready, you can turn to one side. Thank yourself for this practice. Perhaps you feel called to sit with your breath for a little while. Maybe not. Whatever you choose to do, thank you for joining me in this practice today and for being a part of this gorgeous, gorgeous portal here together. An honor to hold this space. Namaste.